Hi again. Okay, we are on our morning seat work on this fourth day, the 14th of May. We're in week 8. We're going to do 35.4, and math RW and PW 135. Okay, so just make sure you're ready, and at any time you can always pause. For example, this would be a good time to pause after I let you know that if you do these 4 problems as usual, subtraction to addition, subtraction, and then come back and check your answer, that would be great, okay? That way you do it yourself as you would normally be doing if we were in class together, and then we'll check it, okay? So go ahead and pause and do that, all right? And I'll see you in a minute. Okay, you're back already. You guys are so fast. Let's see, the first one is subtraction. Please take notice. So we have more on the top. Great, we've got 9, we can't take away 8. You should have come up with 1. 7, take away 5. We could do that. 5 plus 2 makes 7, and 3 take away 1 is 2. So if you got 221, no regrouping, good job. Okay, now we are adding. So we're counting up 4, 5, 6, 8 plus 1 more is 9, 3, 4, 5. No regrouping so far. All right. And you notice that 9 plus 2 does make 11. 2 digits, so we put 1, carry 1. 9 plus 1 makes 10. So we put the 0, carry the 1. 4, 5, 6. 601 would have gotten you to the correct answer. All right, 0 take away 0 will always be 0. 1 take away absolutely nothing is still 1. And 7 take away 2 would be 5, because 5 plus 2 makes 7. Boy, this is almost like a glow in the dark, right? So if you got that, great. Okay, the next section wants you to draw a line to match equal numbers. The first number is 790. Do you see anything there that says 790? Good. The third dot says 790, right? Then you got 200 plus 60 plus 2. What would that equal? 262. You have it there in words. 262, the first dot, right? Then you have 371. They pulled it apart. They said 300 plus 70 plus 1, that's the same. And the last one is 121. They just wrote that out in digits. 121. Then it says to circle the correct contraction that matches the 2 words. So should not. Remember, the first word always pretty much stays the same. Should usually. To get rid of the vowel in the not, replace it with an apostrophe. So shouldn't is should and apostrophe T. Looks like the first one you should circle. Must have. We don't often say this, but must have. That must have been a great movie you saw. That must have been. So must stays the same, right? Must. You get rid of, normally what you do is you get rid of the first vowel and everything that comes before it in the second word. So what is left? Replace it with an apostrophe, must have. Usually it's the first vowel in the second word and everything before it gets wiped out. Okay, where is? That one's kind of easy because is the first vowel and the only vowel, replace it. Where's? It's your third one, right? Okay, well, let's take a look at the sentence while I am erasing without looking. It says, why isn't your brother playing outside? So I don't want to erase my number line. Why isn't your brother playing outside? Your choices are the, he's, well, feel, doesn't, on, sofa, he, because, resting. A lot of words there. We know that the first one is he's, right, because it's the only capital. Let's see if that got dry enough. Probably not. Okay. So we know that the first word is he's, for he is. We know that the last word is well. Period. Okay, so how many words are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's is number 1, well is number 10. And I think I'm a little wet here still. Okay, so he's not playing outside. We have the word resting. Doesn't, you know, it sounds like maybe he's sick, right? And so he's not going outside today. So what would it be? He's, you wouldn't want to say he's doesn't feel, because then well is the last and he's doesn't isn't correct English. He's, what is he doing? He's resting, right? So resting would be number 2. He's resting where? On. He's resting on the would make sense. He's resting on the sofa is another word for couch. Sofa, that would be a 5. He's resting on the sofa. Why? Because he what? Doesn't, the contraction for does not. Whoops, I did that incorrect. I was looking at well thinking I'm going to run into that. It's does, and this time we keep the N, right? So you don't always get rid of the vowel and everything that comes before it. He doesn't, what? Feel well, we already have. And don't forget your period, and don't forget your capital. Okay, so what do you got? He's resting on the sofa because he doesn't feel well, period. All right, good. So let's take a look at your RW and PW 135. I'll go ahead and erase this. And I drew one number line I'm going to use for all the problems, and so we'll see if I can just keep reusing the number line. Okay, so we are connecting subtraction to division by, they're saying it's connecting because when you subtract you count back, don't you? And as you can see, we're counting back groups in this division. All right, so just as they showed you, if you you can subtract to divide 12 into groups of 4. I don't know why they've done that, but anyway, so they start at the 12 and they count back 4, land on the 8, count back 4, land on the 4, count back 4 till you get to the 0, and you jump 3 times. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Good. Let's just go on down to the first one, okay? Number 1. It says, divide 10 into equal groups of 5. So they give you this. We know that we're going to divide, so 10, the big number goes first, just like in subtraction, into equal groups of 5. So we're dividing 10 into groups of 5. So that's what you'll write there. And you will start where? At the 10. And you're going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to land on the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might already know that. And then you land on the 0. How many groups did you jump? 2. So if you divide 10 into groups of 5, it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many groups do you have? 2. 2 times 5. 2 times you have a 5, you're going to get a 10, right? Good. Okay, let's look at the second problem. Okay, so the second one says divide 16, so that would be 16 divided into equal groups of 2. So you want 16 divided into equal groups of 2. So you'll have to start the 16. We're dividing into 2s. So you're going to jump back. 2, 1, 2, 14, 12, 1, 2, 10. We're going to have to make it all the way to 0. 8, counting backwards by 2s, 6, 4, 2, 0. Woohoo, big finale. Okay, so how many groups is that? How many jumps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Answer is 8. 16 divided into 2s, that look like this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. How many 2s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 8 times you have a 2, you're going to have 16. Okay? So let's look at the back side of that page where you've got a bunch more. If you are confident that you can do this on your own, then you can always just turn off this video. Go ahead and do it on your own. You can come back and check it. Would be a good idea. Okay, or you can just, if you're so confident, I guess maybe you don't have to check it, but I would check it. So if you want the challenge, if you want to do it on your own, I say that's great. Do it on your own and then come back and check. Okay, I loved that. Okay, so for those of you who are still with me, we're going to divide 14 into equal groups of 7. They've already written the problem for you. I've got to get my board dry. So they've written the problem for you. 14 divided by 7. 14 divided into equal groups of 7. They did the first one for you. We're just jumping down. So you always start at the 14, and we're jumping back 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to land on the 7, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You land on the 0. How many jumps was that? 2. Are 2 7s 14? They sure are. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2 7s are 14, or 14 divided into groups of 7 gives you 2. Very good. That was problem number 2. Let's look at problem number 3. They want you to divide 18 into equal groups of 6. So where are you going to start? Let's erase this. I'll just get my finger dirty. It's been dirty before. Okay, so you're going to start at 18. You want groups of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to land on the 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Land on the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Land on the 0. How many groups is that? Well, how many jumps did you make? 3. Good. So if you have 3 6s, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's what it would look like. 3 6s is 18. Good. Okay, let's look at number 4. We'll go over here. It wants you to divide 12 by 3. So 12 divided by 3. How many 3s are in 12? Well, we're going to have to start at the what? The big number? We're going to have to start at the 12. Jump back 3. So start at the 12. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Land on the 6. 1, 2, 3. Land on the 3. 1, 2, 3. Land on the 0. So you start at the 12. Back to the 9. To the 6. To the 3. To the 0. 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. Let's see, are 4 3s equal to 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 3s are 12. Okay, let's look down at the number 5. Okay, let me erase. I feel like I need space. Just in case we need this, I'll erase. Okie doke. You could be working it out while you're, instead of just staring at the back of my head. Go ahead and work it out. All right, let's take a look. It says a ribbon is 15 feet long. So let's see that ribbon goes right to here. And each of those is a foot. Okay, so these here are not inches, they're feet. We know that a foot would be more like that. But we're pretending. A ribbon is 15 feet long, and Mr. Yates cuts pieces that are 3 feet long to give to some children. How many children get a piece of the ribbon? Well, we know we're dividing because he's cutting it into equal parts. So we have 15 on the line divided by 3 feet long pieces. We'll see how many pieces we get. So if we start at the 15 and we go 1, 2, 3, 12, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0. You could have used one of those number lines up there just to figure that out if you wanted to. So how many children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children, right? Let's see, is 5 times 3 15? You say, I'm not sure. How about 3 times 5? Are 3 5s 5, 10, 15? Yep. So we know that 5 groups of 3 would also be 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 wheels go round and round. Remember that? Okay, so you are finished with that. Good job. Our next job, and I'll put that on a different video so it doesn't get too crowded, is to go into our math. We're going to be looking at telling time, and we're doing pages 527. I'm on the wrong page. And 528. 527, and this is times to the 5 minutes, okay? So when you're done, you can get ready for that. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.